Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this amazing cookie dough cheesecake. This cheesecake is filled with cookie dough pockets, and we have also a huge and thick cookie base. I'm going to decorate it with ganache and chantilly cream and cookie dough as well. It's going to be amazing and very big and outstanding. So let's start with the cookie dough. So today I'm going to make 2 times cookie dough. I'm going to make the cookie dough that we're going to put in the cheesecake, so without the eggs, because we are not going to basically cook it. And also I'm going to make the regular cookie dough that we are going to use for the crust, which will contain eggs because we will cook it. So first of all, I'm going to make the cookie dough that we will put in the cheesecake. And I'm going to cream my butter at room temperature with my electric beaters, and I'm also going to add my sugars. I'm using some white and some dark brown sugar, and it's going to give the most perfect taste and texture, and I'm going to mix that well. Perfect, now I'm adding the vanilla extract, and I'm going to add a touch of milk and mix again. Now I'm going to add a large pinch of salt, which is very important in cookie dough just to balance out the sweetness. And I'm also going to incorporate my flour. Perfect, now I'm finally going to add the rest of the milk, and then I will add some amazing chocolate chips, and I'm going to mix one last time. My first cookie dough is now ready, so I'm going to make some little balls of cookie dough and put it in the freezer for about 30 minutes or until we need them. Now for the second cookie dough that we are going to use for the base, which we are going to add an egg in it, I'm going to start off exactly the same way with creaming my butter and my sugar together, and then I will add the eggs and vanilla. As you can see, I also added my pinch of salt, my flour and my chocolate chips, just like the regular cookie dough. And then I'm going to spread my cookie dough at the bottom of my pan. As you can see, I'm using a cake pan, which is round, and I greased the bottom of the pan with butter, and I also added some parchment paper just to make sure that nothing sticks. As you can see, I'm not using a removable bottom pan just because I don't like them. I'm using just a regular cake pan because we are going to use a water bath in this recipe, so that's why. And I'm going to bake my cookie dough in my preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 in Fahrenheit, for about 20 minutes or until it's looking golden and very decadent. Great, so our 2 cookie doughs are done. It's time to take care of the cheesecake filling, and I'm going to, of course, use some Philadelphia cream cheese. You can use any cream cheese you would like, and I'm going to cream it first with my beaters. Then I'm going to add some white sugar and my vanilla extract, very important here as well, and I'm going to mix once again. Great, now I'm going to add 2 large eggs, and I'm going to beat this between each addition. It's now time to incorporate some corn flour that I'm going to sift just to make sure that I don't have any lumps. And then I'm going to add the sour cream. You can use some crème fraîche, of course, which I'm doing here because I love that since I'm French, but you can definitely use some sour cream, it would be good as well. Our cheesecake filling is now ready, so I'm going to put half of it in my cake pan on top of my cookie base, and I'm then going to add some cookie dough balls that I've added in the freezer, and I'm going to put them across my pan. Great, now I'm covering the top with the remaining cheesecake filling, and then we can bake it. So as I told you before, I'm going to use a water bath in this recipe, as I do in many of my recipes for cheesecake, since it's making the cheesecake very light and yet creamy. And I'm going to bake it for about 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, that's 350 in Fahrenheit. And then I'm going to decrease the temperature of the oven to 150 degrees Celsius, which is 300 in Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake it again for about 60 minutes or until it looks jiggly like a flan. And then I will let it cool completely in the oven with the oven door shut. It's very important for the cheesecake, and this will prevent any cracks from happening. And then I'm going to let it rest in the fridge overnight. So it is now time to unmold the cheesecake, and as you can see, I'm using a plate or anything that's flat and putting some plastic wrap on top of it, just to make sure that it doesn't stick to it when we will unleash the beautiful creature that is this cheesecake. And then I'm going to decorate it with some amazing ganache, and I've just melted some chocolate and some cream together, same quantity, and then we can add the whipped cream. Now it's time to add the remaining cookie dough, and as you can see, I'm making some very small balls that I'm putting on each dollop of cream. As you can see, it was quite a long recipe and a lengthy process, but it's because you have so many steps, but it is so worth it. This recipe is amazingly good. You cannot seriously go wrong with cookie dough, as you know, so please make sure that you try this recipe. Your friends, your family, they are going to love you forever and ever. You can find the entire list of ingredients in the description box down below this video, as well as my social media, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big like if you liked it, and I will see you very soon for another amazing sweet recipe. Bye!